Hi, my name's John Monroe. I live in the city of Birmingham, England, and I was just riding my bike home from work on my regular route, and I passed a spot, which is on my regular route right here, where a cyclist was just killed the day before yesterday, and it felt like I couldn't just ride by without saying something about it. And I guess what I wanted to say is that I wanted to say something about whose fault this was. I don't know the person's name, middle-aged cyclist, someone trying to get somewhere in the city was killed doing so. As we know, here in Birmingham, this happens all the time to cyclists and pedestrians, including children. Nothing ever changes. And that's kind of the point that I wanted to make. So I just wanted to show you the place where this happened, in case people were curious, and to get a quick sense of some of the reasons why this might have been the case. So let me take a walk down here a little bit. So I'm sure any investigation will show whether or not the driver who killed this cyclist was driving dangerously. And what I want to say is, whether or not that's the case, there were a lot of accomplices in this killing. Namely, the people who designed this junction and many, many like it around this city here of Birmingham. So I'm going to cross it as a pedestrian. I parked my bike over there. I'll just show you here. Some people have placed some flowers here. Oh, it says something. I'm going to read it. In loving memory of our friend Stuart, R.I.P., the Eagles family. I mean, it's just so devastating. A couple of friends actually, knowing that this is on my direct route home, when they heard the news, they thought it might have been me. Instead, this time, some other family having to deal with unimaginable consequences. And again, it's due to design. Look at this. Just look at this junction. I'm going to cross it as a pedestrian. There are no pedestrian crossings of any sort. Zero. So what you have to do is you have to take your chances, step out, and then you have to hope that a driver is going to let you go. This is the actual crossing here. Look at this. Okay, see, I see a car is turning there, so I can take my chances and run across. Please don't run me over. This is literally the actual crossing. Then you have to do it again. You have to wait, you have to hope. Here comes a bunch of fast-moving cars, but hopefully this one's not going to jump through. Okay, I've done it. And that's not the worst part. This is the worst part. An extra wide part, an extra wide section. 2 lanes, just to make sure that people who are driving can go as fast as they possibly can up this hill. And this is the hill that I drive up, or ride up on my bike. And as you can see, so you ride up, there's no cycling provision whatsoever. You ride up on the left-hand side, coming the other way. You come right up here. Cars are turning left. Drivers are turning left here to make their way on the other street here, on Harborne Road, I think it is. And it's just, oh, here comes a cyclist. I hope they don't mind. I'm going to film them. Here comes someone riding their bike on the infrastructure that we have. This is, for many ways to get home, this is really the only way. Look at this person had to, don't know if you can see down there, just had to switch lanes among this traffic in order to get to the other side here, in order to be able to go. I guess they're going to be turning right up here. So this is what we have. This is what we have in this city for people who want to ride a bike or walk somewhere. If you're elderly, if you're a child, it's just a big fuck you from the authorities, who are saying it doesn't matter, we don't care if you get killed. And actually 2 days ago someone did. Shrug. Perhaps some thoughts and prayers that might get a bit of that, just like you do in US gun culture, but sadly no. And the fact that this keeps happening over and over in our city, something you would think perhaps a mayor might want to say something about, might want to hold a press conference at a place like this and say, look at what this is like for pedestrians and cyclists trying to get somewhere in this city. You might think that it would have been an issue in the recent national election that we had. But unfortunately, the Conservative Party took the position that they were on the side of drivers. Labour, in response, took the position that they were also on the side of drivers. So both parties were against cyclists and pedestrians, both on the same side. Kind of like with Palestine, and so that leaves people who don't own cars in a place like Birmingham having to deal with infrastructure like this and getting killed as a result. So I despair. There's nothing will change here. That's pretty much guaranteed, because that's what happens every time. And so we need to get organized as pedestrians and cyclists and fight this, and fight the engineers of our city who design our roads this way and the politicians who approve of their designs. So a ramble from me, but it just felt like I needed to say something riding home on my regular route past this horrific junction, one of many in the city of Birmingham.